Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul too.
What up, man? It's your big brother, K. Reno.
And it's your boy, Key Stove.
Y'all are tuned in again to another episode of the Underground Dialogue Podcast, where the names speak for itself. And tonight, look, man, let me tell y'all something, man. When it come to H-Town lyricists, this brother here that we got sitting in the legend seat tonight, if you make a list, top lyricists, and this man name ain't on your list, you need to ball your list up, throw it in the trash can. Set the trash can on fire. This brother here is a veteran, man. He's a master at wordplay, master at punchlines, highly skilled lyricist, one of the OGs of the Swishahouse, man. Has been doing this thing and well respected in this game since he hit the door. And he's one of the most humble and coolest brothers at the same time, man. The homie Magno is in the building. What's going on, man?
Me?
Yeah, that's you, man. That's
the magnificent Magno.
Exactly. We're gonna hold that camera up. I mean, the mirror up in front, man. Let you see who we're talking about, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all having me. Real talk.
It's long overdue, bro. You one of those underrated, underappreciated OGs in the game. And like I was saying, your lyricism, bro, is something that needs to be mentioned more and be in those conversations, because they'll talk about guys that can spit. And I'm like, oh, man, you got to start throwing Magno name for that conversation. So what drew you to that part of rap, the lyrical side, the punchlines? What drew you to that? Because you get down on other stuff as well.
Yeah.
But I can tell your love is on the creativity side.
Man, I think, if I want to go back to, the backstory of where it really started, man, my love for just words, it kind of started from me being, mischievous. You know what I'm talking about? I come back from the days where your T. Jones, make you read that encyclopedia or that dictionary.
Yeah, I'm like Tupac.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You gotta read the newspaper.
You either gonna be smart or you gonna act right. You know what I mean?
Right.
One of the two. So my teacher, and she knew I didn't like it, so that was my punishment. You know what I'm saying? Turn that Nintendo off.
Yeah.
And turn it off. I better not catch that Nintendo on and read that dictionary. Or she'll come with a Encyclopedia Britannica or something. My auntie had a couple of those, and she used to take them and make me have to read it. Yeah. So, that's why I kind of, got into the words, because after a while I got curious and again interested in, with these words. Like, I noticed how they were being used, and then they would have double meanings and stuff like that. So that always interested me. And then I ain't gonna lie, I was always as a kid, I was always impressed by black men who knew how to talk articulately.
Yeah.
Who knew how to talk right, but not talk white.
Yeah.
Talking right, you're not talking like a surfer or nothing, but you talking with articulates and vocabulary.
Do you remember your first big multi-syllable word you learned?
Onomatopoeia.
Oh, yeah. Well, that might be it. Yeah, man. That onomatopoeia, man. I remember that in English class, man.
Mm-hmm. And that describes sounds. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been like big on English, you know what I'm saying? I just like English. I like etymology. I like words and how words are used and everything.
See, that I feel like most lyricists, they favorite something was English. But I know my friend. The first big word I learned how to spell was encyclopedia. I thought I was going, I was like, she was, you know.
Yeah.
I was about 7, 8 years old. But same thing, like my mama used to, I got to the point where if I ask her, like we watching TV and somebody say something, I say, what that mean? She'll say, go look it up. I stopped asking her because I ain't want to go look it up. But yeah, that's the thing, the common thread I see with a lot of great lyricists. They love words and just love English. And some you said when words have multiple meanings.
Yeah.
So all of this that you talking about, this predated your rap career.
Right.
You know, so and so was that something that you looked at later on, like, man, this was kind of
Definitely. Like even my teacher always would kind of just jokingly say, yeah, look at me, you know.
Yeah. Now let me get something.
Yeah. So that, you know, that's where it started. And then when I started getting into, you know, people always trip out when I said it, but Master P is my favorite rapper to listen to.
Right.
That's all I like to listen to. But it was through listening to him that I got put on to the artist that I would, you know, I wouldn't say pattern myself after, but he gave me the blueprint, I guess. And that's Mac. You know what I'm saying? Mac from No Limit.
Oh, my question for you. Like, how you think about the verses?
Oh, man.
Yo,
we won, man. No Limit, man. We won. It was the Colonel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Man, I enjoyed that verses. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I'm a fan of both sides, but it's P No Limit's presentation.
Yeah.
We're like really, really on point. They hit everything,
right.
All the ducks in the row.
P always been like that, man. I'm a big fan of the whole No Limit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just P, it was the whole tank.
Yeah, the whole
tank.
tank.
I mean, I miss what people talk about Silk. Hey, Silk always been dope to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm be real. Like, Silk is a lyricist too. People may think
that's controversial.
And Silk. Silk was, hey man, don't listen to them. Oh man, go listen to the Shocker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If people go back, that came out in 1996, man, when he's coming out the TV. Go listen to the Shocker, man. Like Silk was really spitting. It's the reason why Jay-Z got on the track with him.
You know, but no, you said something, bro, because a lot of times that is the case. You really just sit down and listen. I listen to what you're saying.
Yeah. Right.
You know, you got so many people that are so, you know, if the beat ain't jamming, I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Lyricists never think like that.
Right.
Even as fans, you know.
Right.
We think like,
you saying,
man, the beat jamming and jamming, I thumbs up. But if it ain't, I'm still waiting because they say the dude's supposed to have something. And if he come in, I almost don't even hear the beat no more. I don't hear nobody but him or her because I'm like, nah, y'all ain't paying no attention. This dude spit. You know.
That's why when he said what he said about Mac, because if you listen to Mac's still out that whole tank.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And Mac is he's multi. Like with the No Limit, to me, some of them was lyrical, but then some of them was in their pocket.
Yeah, some of them just game spitters or gangster rappers too.
Look at Mia X.
Mia,
like
Mia's my favorite. That's my favorite female rapper. Like ain't nobody touching Mia.
And I was so happy to see how Mia carried herself on that. Man, she was eating on that verse. It's like because what that did to me, that gave a lot of people in the world who may either forgot or didn't know.
Yeah,
the scene.
And y'all better listen to her. Like Mama Drama. I had both of them albums, man.
The True album,
cold, or the True,
because she did the same shit all throughout the whole True album.
That's hard.
She been hard.
Now the thing about you, bro, is that you was even so good just in terms of just like in the mixtape era, bro.
Yeah,
y'all was acting a fool with the mixtapes, and I could always hear just I wouldn't even say the hunger. It's like the starvation in your verses, bro. Yeah. Like, when did you come into the Swishahouse? What was your introduction to that? Let people know how you even became a part of that whole movement. Like,
yeah, man. See, I was going to North Harris Community College at the time. You know what I'm saying? Which was right across the street from my high school at the time, Nimitz. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Big Nimitz, you know what I'm saying? Nimitz alumni, you know, big and blind alumni. Yeah. But so, you know, we going to North Harris Community College, and I would always see T. Ferris around. T. Ferris would always, I didn't know that was T. Ferris. I just knew he had a Swishahouse chain, and I would see him around. He was a student like me, and I would see him around. I didn't know if on the cool. I thought he was Big Tiger or Pick or somebody, because we didn't know exactly how some of the Swishahouse artists looked, the ones that was before me, and this is because this is like pre, front covers and. Them being on front covers, it would always be illustrations. It wouldn't be like the artist.
The logo.
Just the mixtape, the logo or whatever. So I would always see, this dude, walking around, got this switch out of piece and chain, you know what I'm saying? And so I got my demo. I'm getting it right out, get it out. And I had asked one of my partners. My partner at the time, I think at the time my wheel pad broke down. That whole week, I was depending on my partner to come pick me up. So when he had came to scoop me up one day, I had seen the dude. I said, "Man, who is this dude? He walking around with this switch out piece and chain. You know what I'm saying? Who is he? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the dude is." He was like, man, that's Tramp." I say, "Oh, you know him?" You know what I'm saying? Okay. He said, "Yeah, I know him, man. Last semester I went to U of HD with him." He said, "I know him, man." I said, "Man, I'm trying to give him a demo." My boy, he real forthcoming with everything. He like, "Oh, that's nothing." He pulled up, "Hey, got him to come over." So he come over, let him, he basically presented my CD to him. I'm thinking he just gonna take the CD, burn it out. 2 fingers, peace. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I'll see you tomorrow. You're like, "No, should we check it out right here?"
Pop that boy right in.
Put you on display.
I'm still early in my rap thing because I'm not all the way confident about it like that.
What year is this?
This is 2001, early 2001, or mid 2001. This is before September 11th. If I'm not mistaken. So so he popping in. My boy got a system. Crazy highs, crazy mid. So it's gonna be, you know what I mean? So he pop it in. So he popped in to my surprise, T. Ferris like, "Oh man, hey, got something, man." My delivery wasn't just the best at the time. I think I just wasn't confident in it. You know what I'm saying? But, he liked it. He was like, "Look, you know what I mean? I'm gonna let Watts check this out. I'm not making no promises." You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let him check it out, and I'm gonna let DJ Bull. I'm cool with DJ Bull. You read of DJ Bull? I'm like, "Yeah, my boy. My boy always jam Charlie Boy and all that Freestyle King." So he was like, Bull. I'm like, "Yeah, I heard him before. Yeah, with Freestyle King." He said, "I'm gonna let him check it out." He said, "Now I'm sure he gonna mess with you." You know what I'm saying? He said, "But I'm gonna get back with you." So boom, we exchanged numbers. That was that. Next thing I know, shoot, I'm going out to Huntsville to get on what would end up becoming the Texas Takeover with the Freestyle King. It's everybody on there. It's J-Dog, Simp-Thug, 50-50, Lil Yo, man, there's a Youngster, Zero, and who was?
On Texas.
I mean, just a little bit of everybody. It was a little bit of the whole, Swishahouse, Shoot Up Flick, Freestyle King. It was just the whole, caboodle, man. And I was just blown away, like, "Hey, I'm finna be on that one."
And how long from the time you gave the demo to the time you was on that mixtape? How much time?
Probably a couple of weeks at the
Man,
Wow.
Yeah.
T. Ferris don't trip.
And shoot, at the time, T. Ferris not even the A&R with them yet. He's still like kind of what you would call like an intern, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's basically a dude boy. Hey, handle this, handle that, but we kids, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? This is part of him, coming up in the game. And he, brought me in and eventually Mike.
Yeah.
So we go to Huntsville. Man, this is my first time really being in a studio like that. Like I did my demo a little bit before that, you know what I'm saying? That was my real first time. But it was kind of like, it wasn't a studio where you finna be doing tracks. They were just, I think they had niggas just do like, excuse me, they just let me do like just a bunch of one tracks. I had did my demo, I want to say, off Selensky and Cut.
My hood.
Yeah. Way out there, man. I'm coming out from the north. But, you know, man, so anyway, I'm out there in Huntsville, shoot, I'm nervous than a big dog. You feel me? Like, for real. And, Boy was there, China Boy there, I remember Type being there, I want to say, Sir Coop was there, you know, shout out to all of them, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, they was there for the birth, you feel me? So, yeah, man, yeah, shout out to my own girl, Trinity, you know what I'm saying? Miss Trinity, she went out there.
Hard.
Oh, yeah,
It's hard.
Yeah, that's big sis to me. Like, when I'm coming in still learning the game, she was like me, an ex to me. I remember her like, she coming in, laying it down. Like,
I remember when Miss Trinity was out here killing it.
Man, look, Miss Trinity come through and lay it down. I'm like, dang.
And Trinity was from Greenpoint.
I thought she was from the south side.
Where she? I don't know why I thought she was.
No, so I'll take it back. She's from Trinity Garden.
Yeah, okay.
She's from Trinity
Okay.
Garden. I think that was she.
But you know what tripped me out? Because I'm listening, you saying, it was like, man, I didn't think it was good enough. I wasn't confident in it. But yet you were packing it around ready though.
Yeah. It's like, I'm thinking, man, I don't know if it's good enough. You know,
I didn't know I was gonna run into him. Yeah.
So it was on that type of tip. But, you know, it was my best that I think I could do at the time. That's what it was, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know if they would. See, my thing has always been, I know I'm doing my best. I don't have confidence in them receiving it.
Yeah.
I have confidence in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't have confidence in them being.
Oh, y'all gonna get me.
Oh, you gonna get it.
Yeah.
Understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I went in there and I laid it down and to my surprise, all of them liked it too. You know what I'm saying? So it was me, Miss Trinity jumped on the track too. It was my boy Big Red the Asshole, Charlie Boy Type. I think that's who I was on there. Maybe my boy Rhino. And that was from that point on, it was out to the races, man.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When did it come to the fact that you and Mike Jones sort of built y'all bond?
Okay, yeah, me and Mike's though, man, I think Mike's I was like 14. You know what I'm saying? I met him at Nimitz when we was in ninth grade. So me and him had a mutual partner because I was playing basketball for the team. I made the team for Nimitz and my partner. Shout out my boy D Davis. He was playing for the team and Mike was his partner. I met him I met Mike through him. They was lived in the same neighborhood and would always play ball over there at Moody Park, over there, like on the factory at Greens Park, like over there for all the inventions. So like a park over there. So, you know, I met him at school through him. And then we played for the Aldine YCA too, as kids. So, you know, him and my partner, they played on the teams with each other. And me and my partner from my side of Greens Park, we played. And we would always play them. And so that's how I knew him. It wasn't even have nothing to do with it.
And Mike knows who?
That's what I was like. I was just thinking that.
Michael. I mean, you know, it's some clips on YouTube where, you know, he's on there doing a little and1 move, a little shimmy, you feel me? Yeah, Mike got some guy.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But so now all of the killers done heard you. How did that still translate over to the Swishahouse? Like, Watts hadn't heard you yet?
Yeah, so I believe Watts had heard it because well, you know what? I don't think he heard that demo. We real now that they're back, we glad to get you. One thing about Watts was he real tough, man. You know what I'm saying? It could turn him off. He could, I'm pissed.
Yeah. Watts was DJing way back then. He already had the feel of the ear.
Yeah,
you know,
he got a tough ear. Yeah,
Yeah.
he got you know what I'm saying? But if you legit, he gonna know it too.
Right. So
but what was better for me is because I think my quality is probably one of the best too, you know what I'm saying? But he heard me when he heard me on Board and tape, he heard me on that. Then that, you know, that's what he heard, and he was like, okay, get him in here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then I ended up, you know, final chapter 2K2.
So Mario was already there. When
That's
the ground floor.
He ground floor.
Yeah.
Him, Lester Raw, Archie D.
Yeah.
You know, I started with Archie D, Lester, and then Lil Yo came, But it's like I was kind of there as far as like watching the whole thing, just so, being from that side of town.
Yeah.
Because, I remember Lil Yo being at the All-Star with Watson, OG Ron C would be DJing, and him, he would freestyle at the end at the All-Star. And, from doing that, that's what made Watts miss with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he had his popularity, from the Northwest, from that All-Star.
Man.
That's kind of like a stadium bowl for y'all side.
Yeah.
That's what All-Star for us was.
Okay.
Slim, he come out of that.
Yeah.
Paul Cam,
Man, that roster, y'all roster was
Crazy.
bro.
Yeah.
And that's a team club, we kids and that. So
Yeah,
to see that talent, just in its raw form, and then later,
but you didn't know Slim.
No, I didn't know him personally. I didn't know of them. Like, that's
Yeah.
Slim be rapping that,
How did everybody, once they brought you in, how was you received, like, by other artists?
Well,
Switch out.
I kind of came in at a kind of turbulent time, because when me and Mike came, it was like a rebuilding of the label, because by this time, Slim, he gone. You know what I'm saying? He doing, everybody's still loosely, but Slim, but Slim, he's doing Boss Hall, Power Comedian, they doing, Color Changing Click, AD Pick, they doing Big Ballers, Archie Lee now, everybody, Run Your Mouth, everybody was doing everybody had their own thing.
The way it's
50, he was with, Slim, not Slim, but he was with Paul and Cam. So everybody was just kind of split up. The Yo had an All-Star. So, when me and Mike came, we was kind of like, and that's why we called it first round draft pick. We both would, like play ball.
Mhm.
But then we was kind of like the new draft in the middle of a team that was kind of going through
Transition.
Transition.
Yeah.
So that's what that kind of
Y'all was Steve and Catino
yeah.
at the Dream Room.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's really what it came from.
Yeah.
You're great at that.
But the thing is, y'all was able to grab the baton and keep going. It didn't die.
Right.
You know, when those brothers, moved on.
Oh man,
other thing it did, because it could have.
It was some big shoes to fill. We would always kind of talk about it, like, man, because the people that left were the people that we were listening to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just listening to them a couple of years ago, and I wanted to get in there and rock with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you go to the Bulls and then flipping that.
Well, Mike.
It's your team.
Yeah.
Go Coach.
Yeah, right.
Everybody gone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I get a PJ Armstrong?
Right.
Somebody.
Right.
So it's like, we came in there, man, and understood that, the odds was against us because of, everybody else. And then they was fuking a little bit while they gone.
Yeah.
So it's turbulent. And then some of them, they wasn't in good standards with with Watts. So it was like, I wanted to get them on tracks.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But,
That part had already kind of fell
apart. So I could, I was like, so it was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to look to these dudes. I want to get them on tracks. And so it was kind of hard because, and then while that's going on, you got the fans looking like, who are these two dudes?
Yeah.
Who are these niggas?
Yeah, I definitely said that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I would have too,
And but that got
It was tough.
But see that perspective you just gave me, because I can't fathom that. I may strength to that. So for you to come in right behind those guys who laid that foundation that everybody knew, man, that's pressure on y'all.
Pressure.
That's pressure. So, but history have already shown that y'all eventually won everybody.
Oh yeah. Eventually we did it. Just I ain't gonna lie, we just went into just overdrive with the grind.
Yeah.
One thing about Mike, I give it to him, you know what I'm saying? He one of them dudes that, he kept his pad, you know what I'm saying? He great songwriter. Like people may say things about, or he repeated himself or
Marketing genius.
But one thing about him, man, he was a great songwriter. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just good with the songwriter and good with the freestyle and the flowing too. You gotta give it to him. And me, I was still honing my skill, but I was glad I had somebody like him because he was he just knew it was his second or third rodeo because I think he had already had a failed, record deal situation. So he just kind of knew the ropes, and I just kind of followed his lead in a lot of situations. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it was cool.
What was the reason that made you change your name from Magnificent to Magno?
It was funny. Actually, it was Mike gave me that name, so I would always, it was magnificent. Woo, 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 woo. So I think, I don't know, just joking around, because how H-Time your partner Shannon, he's Shannon.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, so
So magnificent,
okay,
that's a whole lot of exactly.
Now what it is, we get a nickname, and then we put a nickname
on the nickname.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Exactly.
So if somebody, we got a partner named Peanut, we're gonna be calling him Nut.
Yeah,
we gonna bust everything down. As long as we can go down.
That's how I got it. Yeah, so it was magnificent, but that's a long ass, 2, 3 seconds. They ain't gonna shout it down. They gonna slice it down and put the abbreviation on it. You feel me? And it was just Magno. Magno. What's up, man? It just kind of stuck. Fans. What made me go along with it wholeheartedly when the fans started.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, that is more easy. But then I ain't gonna lie, man. It kind of, in a way, backfired on me a little bit. Because, man, don't you know that's a surname in Spain?
That's a who name?
A surname, like a last name.
Right.
Okay. So it was a lot of people. It started, probably the early 2010. Hey man, that's my last name. Okay, what's up? Magno, my last. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, tons of artists. The group Magno, such and such Magno, this Magno, that Magno. So now it make it kind of hard for some of my fans, to distinguish. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you really a fan, you're gonna find it. But people that's like a casual fan, I heard something about it, Then they go look it up. Then it's a Mexican group come up or a South American group or some, from Colombia or some, Now they hey,
sometimes one thing I noticed, if you get big enough, if you could take over it.
Yeah.
Like if you look up,
you gotta
look
get
up
big. Stream gonna rise.
If you Google football,
yeah, ain't no real pit bulls gonna come up. I say that. It's gonna be that pit bull.
Yeah, the queen.
Sometimes they be all in my Spotify. Hey, man.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. But yeah, Magno came from that boy Mike John. He had, he just called me that one time, and I think he did it on tape, and then the reference just went for now.
Yeah. So you came during, or you came after when the north side, south side stuff? You came after?
I will say, because 01 is kind of dying down, and I would say this, a lot of people think, or a lot of people always refer to Slim and ESG.
Yeah.
Doing their product and whatnot. And
before that.
Well, I ain't gonna say that, but I was gonna say, what was before that was when I seen the Mario and CeeLo, they did that on They Hell Broke Loose. You know what I'm saying?
What was the dirty stuff?
I can't stop. Nah. Well, I wasn't in the movie. In the first one, I was an extra in the second one. I was at Cornbread, coming down, what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, man, so I want to say around 2000, 2001, it was already kind of, getting chilled, you know what I'm saying? It was more collabs going on. So,
reading that chart. Huh?
Yeah, so it was, all from the South was cool, but I mean, it definitely was still intense.
Yeah. I think what happened was like the fans kind of hold on to it long after the artists let it go.
Right.
The artists will let it go, especially when you think about successful artists from both sides of town, and you start thinking now like, what?
Yeah.
money gonna supersede when it should override all that. You know, unity should be first, but in the absence of that, sometimes that dollar will make people go, man, we do this album together, do this project together, we're gonna kill. But the fans kind of hold on to it all the way into the point where they'll start feeling betrayed. Like, don't do that album. Like, dude, y'all.
Man, I've ran into so many situations. Like I said before, you know, it's been times, man, I'll, you know, be somewhere in Austin. You know, that was like, made the analogy before. The North Side, you know, I mean, well, say like you go to Dallas, that was kind of like Swishahouse. Like they jammed SUC too, and anything on the South Side too. But I'm just saying that was kind of like where we kind of got popping first. Yeah. But then a lot of the SUC, they kind of got popping, like I guess in Austin, going that direction.
Still to this day,
Yeah, so if I go back in the day, we go to Austin, man, it'll be a dude with an SUC shirt. We don't miss with that Swishahouse. I'll be like, say, Kim Fo, you ain't even from H-Town, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Mind your business.
Yeah, mind your business, man. That H-Town business, Kim Fo.
Yeah, it's because at the end of the day, white boy.
But love the Austin, though. I love y'all, man.
That East, that's my second home, man.
Yes, sir.
But you know, like I said, we have to make people understand that, thank God, nothing ever happened between the rappers.
Right.
Had no issue between them, other than maybe a few songs, this love shot here and there.
Right.
You know, it was never a situation where this cat fought this cat or this somebody in this cat cool. You know, if it was, I'm not aware of.
Right.
So, you know, that be the thing to follow. Like, man, y'all worry about music, focus on the music. And me being in the middle, you know what I'm saying? We Southport religion, so we kind of in the middle of just kind of watching it unfold. But as it's unfolding, I'm looking at it like, man, these dudes is dope. These dudes is dope. It's like talent is not relegated to a side of town.
Right.
And geographical location. Like, man, dope. Yeah, so
yeah, it wasn't never a Swishahouse and SUC thing. I've never really heard of no beef with it. I just think that when you got, you know, it's really within the streets. And then the people in, you know, the Swishahouse, you speaking for your street. Then you got SUC, they speaking for their streets. And sometimes those two speaking gonna be a little conflicting because I'm speaking for what's going on out here. Hey, if my partner got robbed by, you know, your folk, hey, and we speaking on it, it may not sound too favorable.
right.
You know what I mean? So, but one thing I can say is Watts never pushed any kind of clicks or anything. If I'm gonna be real, he used to make a couple of guys mad because, you know, dudes would come with a little, you know, a little slug in there.
Yeah.
Watts bleep it out or, you know, switch it up, you know what I'm saying? Some kind of way. You know what I mean? But looking back, I think that was good. He always been that type. He always been a DJ's DJ.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready up to this day. You know, people probably get mad. Hey, you need to play more Swishahouse on the time. Watts just, you know, he's just about the music, man.
Still breaking artists to this day.
Yeah.
He was doing that the day that he knew the foundation of the principle of DJing. It's like we gonna play what was hot, or we gonna play what I think can become right. Right. And then that's how it really works. Man, you got so many projects, bro, from, you know, mixtapes, collabs. Man, I'm looking at your catalog. I'm like, I'm scrolling. It's like, man, how many projects have you dropped? You know,
Man, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say because the way I did, you know, I kind of feel like I started over. I say, look, from now on, all what I did before, that ain't nothing no more. I'm a new artist now. I only got one album under my belt, and that's Pop Trunk Music I just dropped last year. So that's how I kind of been looking at it. But to be real, I probably got at least 8, 9 albums. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, just count, or 10 projects, counting all flows and then album. But then I would do a lot of, you know, mixtapes and then collab projects and then stuff like that. So I mean, probably more than that, man. I might be shortchanging myself.
No, I saw a lot of stuff.
Years.
Yeah, no, bro. So, you got some.
I might got on the cool. I might have got more than what I'm thinking, man. But like I said, you know, I had to reactivate my hunger on some. Hey, man, all that stuff you did with Swishahouse, that's gone.
Yeah.
That you know, freestyle, that's gone. The Delta Storm South with Clunium, that's gone. You know what I'm saying? What you got now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming to the game like I'm a brand new artist. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, I pushed the reset button. You know what I'm saying? If I was to come out today, how I'm gonna come?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, hey, my sword's sharp. I'm ready for anybody that, you know, whatever age group, whatever. Let's get it. Feel me?
I heard it.
And I'm coming like that. That's how I'm giving it up. I'm looking at it like I'm a new artist.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm, you know, that's just how I'm, you know, looking at it for now.
When you said like I'm getting the reset button, like all the previous stuff was gone. Like, what was the catalyst to that mindset? Like, was it what made you not want to? I ain't gonna say be affiliated or connected to your past work.
Right.
What was the disconnect to make you say, men in black all you?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Because I feel like, you know, some veteran artists, we can get complacent by looking at all of the compliment. You feel me? You know, man, I'm just trying to get back into that trap kitchen, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't none of, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. I ain't did nothing.
Yeah.
You feel me? Hey, I'm hungry, man. What's up? You know what I'm saying? What you got for me? You know, I'm talking about what it do. Going back Greens Road, Magno. You feel me? Where's Greens Road? Let's get it. That type. So that's why I'm at, you know what I'm saying? When I grab the mic, I'm thinking just like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time to cry about what niggas ain't did for me or posted did or whatever. Yo, what's up right now? You know what I'm saying? You know, pen sharp was had. So that's why you feel me? That's how I gotta talk to myself, because I might get a little too humble to where I'm, you know, curring out.
Yeah.
So now I gotta bring that pit bull back in here and put the lockjaw on and show these niggas who they been playing with.
Yeah, that's that pit bull that when you come to somebody's house, they don't even put the dog up. You like, man, you ain't gonna put the dog up, man. The dog live here. Right. He just walking around, he coming all up to you, and you like, right. Yeah, that's that pit bull right there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how that's, you know, and I'm looking at it like, you know, boys do be coming out with lists and they don't be adding the kid in.
Yeah.
And that's cool, you feel me? And, you know, I'm not the type that's gonna beg to be on the list. You know what I mean? I ain't doing no begging.
Yeah.
I ain't doing no begging. I'm doing straight legging.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Come on.
Yeah, I'm finna walk this one down. So that's what I'm doing. You feel me?
Well, you know what the thing is, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. My part, and that's part of the reason why I want to sit down with you, because look, whether you like it or not, I want to start a campaign to make sure that people know that your name is supposed to be on our list, because you hear the usual suspects.
Right.
And I think what can happen is, I think that the audience can start to get into a mindset of just
a
repeating.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just parroting what everybody,
Yeah.
we gonna say the same names, and like, okay, but you know what, if that's really the names you rocking with, cool. But brother, you ain't doing your research. You don't know the history if you don't know that Magno is one of the dopest lyricists to come out the city, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere the ball has been dropped. You know, so and the thing is, to your point, and we talk about this off camera, that's one of those times where being extra humble works against you.
Yeah.
You know, and there's nothing wrong with humility, right? But in the game we blessed to be able to be humble, but we rappers, so we can still pop the collar when we want to, and it's cool. We can get away with it. So that's our opportunity to really like, hold on, man, you know, because okay, y'all, I feel like I'm being overlooked. I can get pissed off and make a song about being overlooked. Now what?
Yeah.
Y'all don't know.
Exactly.
But you know, this a humble brother, man. He really is, man. Every time I come across a dude, he's just so humble. And he don't, to my knowledge, he don't try to chase to get the spotlight.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's probably what happens in lifetime. Dude, y'all need to do y'all research, man. You just but spit. For real.
Yeah, man. I just try to, you know, my thing is, I always try to save, you know, any cockiness or arrogance. I say that for the mic.
Say it for the mic.
I didn't put that on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I don't want to be the one, you know, telling you how good I am And then I get on that mic and I'm, you know, just sounding all out of there.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. With your style, a lot of times you can hear you and Chameleon that used to, I can hear that y'all got a heavy, like a New York presence or influence in some of that. So who were the people you was jamming back out there from New York?
I'm being real. My you know, my so-called East Coast flow, it came from Mac.
Oh, really?
Because Mac kind of had that, you know what I'm saying, from me listening to Mac from No Limit. So that, you know, the way he would rap, and the reason why I say his it kind of was the same type of flow plan because he's a Southern dude from Louisiana, from New Orleans, and he's very New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, from the content to the accent and all that. So I'm H-Time, you know what I'm saying? I'm all my content H-Time, you know, even if the rhyme scheme is East Coast. I ain't talking about no Timberland boots or no. What's the taxi cab or
it's H-Town lingo.
It's all H-Town lingo. You know what I'm saying? You know, my first car was an '83 Oldsmobile 98. I always drove big body, wide body, you know, car slab. You know what I'm saying? Always been my thing. You know, so I love the H-Town culture, but that was just my rhyme scheme.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it come to it. And I think I kind of adopted it from him. I liked how he put his words together. And once again, you know, he was a young black brother, but he had vocabulary. He didn't sound like a nerd doing it.
Yeah.
He still knew how to sound cool. He still was street, but he's saying hard words.
Yeah.
I just blew out saying it, you know what I mean? Because when I was coming up, you know, niggas damn near, I knew niggas who play dog. Like, nigga, you smart, bro.
You want to look. Yeah, man, you sure right. Like, you ready straight. I saw your report on your SAT. You got a 1,500 on the SAT.
Man, I don't want them dudes, man. Hey, man, I'm making good grades. Hey, I'm smart, bro. I don't tell nobody to say. But I wasn't never scared to, I was one of them dudes. And it's just to show you how the mind is like a computer. I used to have to read them words, you know, like getting trouble, teaching off. Them words that just come out in your vocabulary. I didn't plan to say some of the stuff that'll just come out and be like, yeah, what the?
Yeah.
Now people looking at, man, you a nerd or something. Hey, man, hey, call it what you want.
That's how fools talk. Because people want to be ignorant because we've been so conditioned to think that ignorance is a flex.
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, you probably not even aware of how many other up and coming artists or just fans who just will hear the intellectual craftsmanship and they'll be able to say, okay, well, it is all right for me to express my intelligence openly like that. Because we don't know the effect, just like the effect Mac had on you. It's like, so he used to be someone like, okay, yeah, because that's always been the thing. We get teased for doing right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
being smart.
But if you go rob 5 people, get in a shootout with the laws, live, go to the pen for 5 years, you come back, you're a hero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a rewiring of our thinking that gotta take place to make our young people understand, this is how you need to be.
This is how you need to be.
Because the dumbing down of our content has already been in play. So who's gonna be brave enough to offset and balance it?
Gives it up at least.
Yeah.
And that's my whole thing, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I say, from me listening to him, he kind of showed me, you know, like, oh, okay, you know, and you don't have to compromise your you know, your down south culture, you know, how you grew up or whatever, you know. I just liked how he was able to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be creative about the content itself. The content itself is already creative. And then he's coming, then the way he's exhibiting it more and coming with that penmanship and that, man, I used to just love to listen to it. And then once, to answer your question, once I learned of that style from listening to him, because before that, I was only listening to Swishahouse, SUC tapes, and, you know, Rap A Lot album. That was like my mainstream, and then No Limit, you know what I'm saying? And then that led to Cash Money. But that was because they was on the Swishahouse and SUC tapes.
Yeah.
So it was all
everything was on the string.
Right. It was all connected. So, but my same partner that knew T Fair, that dude, that introduced me to T Fair. He was Jamaican dude. Shout out my boy Tino. He had stayed in New York for a little bit. His T Jones lived out there. So whenever he would come back to visiting her, he would always come back with these crazy mixtape. I'm talking about and they sounded nothing like we would be jamming. I'm jamming, like I said, I'm jamming plots and scheme. You know what I'm saying? He coming back with a clue tape. Welcome. Yeah. Acting like, fresh out. Clue. Everything talking fast, echoing. Yeah. I'm used to know what I'm saying. Right. That. So I'm jamming Screw, he jamming Clue. So that's what bought it. You feel me? So he would, man, it would be dope because it was such a contrast to what I was listening to. And they rhyming how this new way I done picked up. Yeah. So now I'm picking up, I'm checking it out. So and it would be the locks on there. Of course, Fabulous, he was just coming out, you know what I'm saying? But he had, I was listening to DMX, the locks, the first person or the first two people, DMX and Jay-Z, who I was like, them dudes there, you know what I'm saying? I liked how DMX would come with, the really stories, and he was still lyrical. But then Jay was the complete opposite of the spectrum. He was more smoother, with finesse with the wordplay. So I would check them out, and then I got into Big L. You know what I'm saying? Big L had a big influence on me. You know what I'm saying? That's where my punchline style kind of derives from. You know what I'm saying? So him, really, it's a couple of them dudes. What was that dude named? It was some battle rappers. What was his name?
Out of New York?
It was out of New York. One of them was out of Chicago. It was they used to battle on them. Man, I forgot. It was a TV show on MTV.
Blind Fury?
No, way back.
No.
I'm trying to think, but I know it was some of them digging in the crate dudes like to jam them too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Lord Finesse, I to, check out some of his stuff. But Chino XL, I checked out some of his stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it would be dudes that I would just, it became Reno, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, it was just, I had gotten to a point where I was just going down a rabbit hole and just looking at, lyricists like, man, okay, this is how they do it. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think it's harder for lyrical rappers to just rise to a certain bust out? But back in the days, that's all it kind of was predominant. But nowadays, it seems like you are on like the intellectual level, this complexity in your style and all that. And this and that. Why do you think that is within New York?
I think it all pertains to whatever region, subculture. I think that. So okay, here in Houston, was trying to slang, lyricism isn't really a big thing. Out here, it's more, it is
in the underground.
Yeah, in the underground it is, but on the mainstream, it just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It seems like the people who are, considered to be the lyricists, don't get that type of love like that as much as like the gangsters. But then, like I say, you go to New York, that's embedded in their culture. That's embedded in their subculture. You got hip hop that's supposed to, be all inclusive and whatever these styles, but to me, it depends on your subculture. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to these areas, and you're in this subculture, that's the underground. So what your underground think about is that they not really just own it to death. And you know that too.
That's a shame too, man, because they missing out so much, and it gives fans an opportunity to smarten up.
Yeah.
One thing about lyricists, we don't believe in dumbing down.
Right.
We're not finna dumb down. Now, if you make a song that I might want to rap about my Carter though. Okay, I made that decision.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm not just intentionally sitting down and then make something that they can be on their level. It's like, nah, man, you come up here. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in the days when There'll be a girl down there that you like, and she like, and she say, come here. No, you come here.
Yeah.
But it might say meet behind. No, we don't meet you halfway in no lyrics. You come here. You know what I'm saying? If I'm upstairs, you come up these stairs. I don't feel like walking up the stairs. Walk up these stairs. I ain't coming down.
I think that might be the reason why the I guess the higher ups took lyricism away from it, because then everybody can't do lyricism. Everybody can't be. So when we was growing up, it was most of the people that was on was lyricists. So that's why it was so small. It was like, well, if somebody got in, they deserved to be in there.
And lyricism normally is accompanied by consciousness.
Right.
So when you're talking about the powers removing that from the mainstream, consciousness was the real target.
Right.
But you look at it, a lyricist like KRS-One, he's conscious. A lyricist like Big Daddy Kane, he's conscious. So the consciousness was really the target. But it just by chance, you know, we guys who rap like that were highly skilled at the same. So they got a trooper. They got two for one to do it like that. But you know, but the thing is, those who know it's in your DNA. Right. You're not gonna never stop being that. You couldn't if you wanted to. Right. You couldn't stop. If somebody told you, man, they could offer Magno $5 million and say, man, just make a dumb down album. Even if you tried it, but even if you tried it, it wouldn't come out right. You know, now
it'll still have some lyrical parts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, man, that dude still got some multi-syllable.
Yeah, I done snuck in a double simile.
Because it's in the nature, man. It's like, you like.
I mean, I talk like that on the food. Like, you be like, man, you talk like you rapping.
Yeah.
Using another terms in my speech.
What was your high moment in the Swishahouse? And then if you want to share it, tell me what led to like this, your exit to take a check.
Man, my high moment, man, hey. Okay, I can think of one.
Yeah.
Man, one of my high moments, man, this was when Power and Committed, I think they had just came out, Get Your Mind Correct, and they was on the, basically touring around. And they had a show in Pensacola, Florida. So at the time, the champ, Roy Jones Jr., he had a club. That's where he's from.
Yeah,
that's his home. That's his hometown. So he had a club out there. I'll never forget it, called Star 69. Yeah. So
that's a double entendre right there.
Yeah. Star 69. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I mean, that mug was, man, it's already a country time. So like this, the club wouldn't basically one of them shack club, but big, like a barn type, you know what I mean? And oh man, that nigga jump. So anyway, they had a show out there, and they bring me and Mike along, you know what I'm saying, and let us open up for them. And man, this is our first time. If I can recollect, it's our first time out of the state. Yeah. This is still early in our I guess you'd say our career. And this is like 2002. That's when Get Your Mind Correct dropped. So this is early in our career still. And we got out there and we tell the house down. I'm tripping out because we from Texas, man. So we done went way basically to the, East Coast state, Southeast. And they know every word. Wow. You know what I mean? Like, they know every word. I'm talking about you rocking. I mean, the club is sweaty pack. And we rocking it. I'm talking about busting the lid off that thing. And then when we get done, you know what I mean? They paid us for coming. And, I don't think we had got paid for the show yet. I don't think so. I'm like,
man.
They did you right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They like,
this for me?
Yeah. And my thing is this, I'm so early in our career, I'm still, tripping on just get paid to rap on this. You know what I mean? People paying for your thoughts.
Yeah.
Like I'm still, culture shock to that, processing that, realizing that. And then they boom. Hey, appreciate it, bro.
This is why.
This is why. This is why. This is why all of long nights of fun. So, you know what I mean? That was a high for me. Like wow, like that, because it kind of started the journey. Like, okay, this is what it is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like for real. Like because I didn't to that time we was just going opening up for shows. Going get in there. Wives used to always tell us, hey, get in there, hit them quick, leave them alone for more. Boom, get in there 6-7 minutes. Blah, 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 blah. Boom, we're done. Get off. Boom, blah, blah, we're done. Get off. So to go through that long process until now, and it seemed like from that point on, we started getting paid shows. We was like 6 months into it. You know what I mean? We all be getting paid shows, and it was just like just moving, man. You know what I'm saying? And to answer your question about my low was when this is when Chameleon had just dropped and it's funny, I just thought
Sound of Revenge?
No, not Sound of Revenge. Mixtape Messiah. And it's funny, he was part of both of them.
Yeah,
So, he dropped Mixtape Messiah. And on the Mixtape Messiah. Now the thing about it is, just prior to him dropping it, so I didn't know he was going to drop it. I didn't know this mic and whatever. But prior to him dropping it, I had went to the studio with him and his brother Razak to get on the bootleg special. Any Chameleon fans, y'all remember that mixtape. It was a mixtape that he dropped only in Cleveland at the time. It was like, it's called Bootleg Special just for Cleveland. I don't know the story behind that. I don't know who they didn't Cleveland, but he had dropped that mixtape. I went there and I got on it. So it seemed like maybe a week or so after that, boom, he dropped the mixtape side. So, I remember it being said, golly, because he's going on mic, and everybody remember just a week or so before, Ag was over there with him. So now they kind of trying to put one and one together, like, the way I'm assuming was, maybe I'm over here, with pillow talking or something. But it wasn't none of that. He didn't never say nothing about that or, nothing. But what he did say was, hey, man, why you don't ever be on the road? I'm always running in the mic. I don't never see you. I was trying to be politically correct, taking up from my camp, they only ask for Mike. They don't never ask for me. They ask for, Mike's hot right now, soulless. So they only ask for him. He wasn't going for that. At the time, Chameleon, that was my mentor. I would, talk to him on the phone, ask him questions about the game. He, since he had showed so much love, and the man paid me my first show money. You know what I'm saying? He just out on the road, so I would holler at him. And he reached out to me first, like, hey man, you remind me how I was when I first came in the game. You know what I'm saying? And he could give me, confidence to keep pushing. So, yeah, so he was legitimate for asking, my big partner, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, hey, why you ain't really about to get on me if I'm slipping on
like
my
he being lazy. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's really how I took it, how he was giving it up. Like, hey, why you not on the road? I'm like, nah, man, they not booking me, to boot. So, like, nah, that don't sound right, man. You supposed to be on the road too. Exactly. Nah, that's not cool. So, like, hey, perhaps so. He was like, yeah, man, you just loyal, man. That ain't right. You know what I mean? I just, let it go. Like, hey, man, that's just what it is. But deep down, I knew he was right. You know what I'm saying? So, fast forward a couple of weeks later, this tape comes out, and everybody's like, hey, so you was over there, whoop-de-whoop. Oh, I don't, what are you talking about? No. So, next thing you know, to answer your question, I'm just drawing a picture up for you. Shoot, I get a call from boss man G-Dad. He was like, hey, man, the last one was changing. You know what I'm saying? You want to Swishahouse changing. I'm like, what? Yeah, you want to switch out chain back, man. I mean, guessing it got something to do with the mixtape was signed. So I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I mean, I ain't, so I get off the phone with him. I'm banging with Watts line. He ain't picking up. I mean, it's cut-off game. It's gets money, gets it. So, I'm calling him like he BL. Hey man, hey man, hey man. I'm feeling like my rapper is shot in the toilet drain. But this wife is the zenith to me at the time.
Right.
Like
What
this
you
is
say?
Phil Jackson.
Were you signed up to Swishahouse?
Co-signed, yes sir. I was signed on the Swishahouse, so they got the deal.
Oh, okay.
Just wasn't included. Which looked back is job. You know what I'm saying? Because I was already when this is happening in late 03, right going into 04. They got the deal in 05. So I'm shelved on the label for a year and a half, 2 years, and a year into that deal. Imagine the label you're signed to, they're on TV, 106 Park, and they're in the basement with Tigger and his mama. And I had to just eat that, you know what I'm saying? But I ate that by grinding, you know what I'm saying?
Did you ever know why? Because I know big labels, they do that all the time. They're signing artists and they make shepherd for a while, or they make the reason they may say, well, we got to develop you a little bit more. But at that time,
We had already dropped first round draft picks, 20,000 the first couple of weeks, 10,000. It was doing 10,000 a week for the first 3 or 4
doing
weeks.
numbers. Yeah.
I came out with collection plate. That came out big too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So did y'all have that meeting with us, man? Why am I not being with the bottle?
well, we had a meeting. We had the meeting where, okay, at the time, Mike was, he was on the road. Mike was hot as a fire project. Don't get me wrong. I've never seen.
Me neither.
Here's how. Look, I'm telling you. Look,
Yeah.
he was saying Mike. I'm the one saying who?
Yeah.
So, I'm not. Hey,
Shout out to Mike Jones.
Mike was that's my partner. That was my partner then. It wasn't no hate on my end, and he deserved it. Like I said, it was like his second or third go around. You know what I'm saying? I was following this lead. It wasn't nothing like that. So I've never seen somebody that. I mean, he just went to the top so
rocket ship
fast.
Yeah.
And it was just, he was just doing his thing. So, but what it was, okay, we had came out with first round draft picks. We came out with that February 25th. So that was in 2003, the end of 03. I'll never forget, February 25th, we dropped that. Now, that was doing good. Fast forward, June the 7th, which was Watt's birthday. We dropped Underground, Ballin' on the Ground. We dropped Ballin' on the Ground. So when he dropped that, this is an all freestyle. We dropped the album, a collab album. From him dropping that all flow, he just took that and started, well, I'm doing solo shows now. So it was like, okay, hold on, the album, we have to buy the beats, this is a freestyle, bro, instrumentals and stuff. So the album that we done dropped 3-4 months ago, really 3 months and some change, we gonna stop pushing that, doing shows and stuff together. You finna just be pushing your solo project. Like, that's not even smart for a label to do. That was stupid on their part too, you know what I mean? But to G Dash's to his credit, he called immediately, and he sat. We all was there. For me, Watts, G Ferris, Mike, and myself. He was like, "Hey, man, this is not good. This is not going to work. If you're out doing a show, Mike need Mag need to be with you. You know what I'm saying?" So he was like, "Well, how we going to break it down?" He said, "Y'all need to find a way to break it down. You need to find a percentage." Because Mike and I, people can go and check out, my song. It's called "Before I Move On." I recorded it for the Blueprint, back in 04. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't for no clout or nothing. I just got tired of all the questions. People were like, "Man, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?" And I don't be on that April O'Neil ass shit, man. You know what I'm saying? All that reporter, that Jimmy Olsen shit, man. Hey, man, go check the record out, bro. Right. You feel me? And
Yeah, everything you do.
Yeah.
they ain't doing April O'Neil, Jimmy Oates and shit. So go check this shit out, homie. You feel me? So that's why I came out with that. And that was to, you know, like I said in there, you know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, you didn't ever want to come with a percentage. You just, oh, the show was 2,500. I want 1,500 up. Okay, 1,000, 15. Okay. But what if it's 4,000? Shoot, I still want 25. But hey, I'm still getting, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a real percentage. You know, he would always have his number the same. And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was, you know, we at the, you know, looking back, it's funny to me because we was kids, we was young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A lot of how that stuff went and would shape how things going now. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, honestly, man, we would all be a lot further ahead if you wasn't with the greed, you know what I'm saying, and how that was going, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you need to be further ahead, you know what I mean, as far as, I mean, all of us, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, as far as Swishahouse, the imprint, you know what I mean?
So I have seen a few times over the years from y'all that had like million concerts, like that. I don't always remember everybody. I know everybody ain't always.
Nah.
That's supposed to be rare, but I've seen you guys, seen Bar, seen Watts.
Mm-hmm.
How is that relationship now in terms with you and Watts? And even with you and Mike, y'all good not to be speaking on stuff that was so long ago.
Man, I love everybody. Man,
Yeah.
I got love for people. Watts. Like I tell people, man, if it wasn't for Watts, I want to drop and let you play. Cause nobody else on the label is good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody else is good. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean they wouldn't with you? Like, why?
Well, okay, at the time we had dropped first round draft pick. And then that was in
How many
that was on February 25th.
It took a while for it to come out.
No. He's always saying that.
Coming soon.
Watts had it. Watts always had it scratched in.
Yeah.
First round draft pick coming soon. But yeah, man. So, yeah, what it was okay. Mike had dropped his, like I said, going back to that. Mike had dropped his solo on June 7th. Watch Thursday. So that was Falling on the Grind. So he used that as a catalyst and facilitator to, hey, I'm doing solo shows now. You know what I'm saying? Shops open, solo shows. We ain't doing no more first round draft pick shows. Mike Jones solo show. Okay. That what that is. Okay. So I'm looking like, okay. So we doing solo project. That's what, you know, now and Mike looking back, he'd be popping up, man. I just got paid for my, you know, he'll have a first round draft pick check and he'll have his little solo mixtape check.
Right.
You're like, hey man, you know. So
I'm showing it to you.
That's fucking
Now one thing about it, one thing I can say,
Man.
that's Mike. One thing I can say about Mike, even though we was going through stuff that we didn't agree on, that was just felt like, hey, I'm trying to fox or trying to do, you know, no dumb shit, man. We always kept it men, you know what I'm saying? Just being men about it, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, me and him are all day. We're all about anything, you know what I'm saying? Basketball, you know, with up football, rap, you know, we just naturally, I don't know,
Just left and right.
Yeah, you know how
Day
they
and
go.
night. Yeah.
Yeah, anybody know us, we've always been like that, but it's always been a respect. Like Mike's still the homie that's still like my brother. I ain't gonna let anybody do nothing to him if I'm around.
Right.
I'm at least trying to diffuse it or hey, don't go on. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You know, he would let me know, hey man, you know, got the check going. So that made me be like, look, man, I need to, you know, I need to get on my grind too. You know, but it wasn't from a standpoint of I'm just trying to do what he's doing. It was from a standpoint of I need to bring up my end of the stick.
I gotta level up on my own end.
Yeah, I need to bring my end of the stick up. You know what I'm saying? I need to show because you know I was just at that time to me the way I viewed myself. I looked at it like I'm Batman. I mean, I'm Robin to his Batman. You know, let me. I want the long cake too. You know what I'm saying? Robin with the short cake. Let me come with the long cake myself. Let me come do my thing. So when I was like, man, I'm gonna do I think I brought it to T. Ferris for you. Like, I don't know, man. You may not be ready. You know what I'm saying? And I think he meant as far as like the popularity or whatever. I don't know if he meant necessarily the skill level. You know, at first I took it like you was talking about skill level. I'm looking at it like, yo, they dropped first round draft pick. What you talking about? It's like, nah, I just don't think you're ready. It's like, and G-Dan's always been the businessman, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know, that one person I would come to about the music. So the next person I was like, man, you can see what I said. You know what I'm saying? I thought Watts was going to lean G Fair. I said, hey man, say Watts, if I came with the itch, say Watts, and I was just saying how, you know, the nice guy, you know, he got balling on the grind. He doing good, you know. I just want to show I can hold my game. The boss of the too, you know, I would expect that, you know. Least thing if I did all flow. Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah. And I was already. When he was like, man, I knew you was gonna say, oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he was like, let's do it. I was like, nah, yeah. What? For real? Yeah. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Right. I was like, for real. He's like, yeah, man, get your piece together. Jump out the highs, you know, from tomorrow. Get started, man. So I record. Right emotion, you know. Yeah. Oh, that's when the fire started. Yeah. You feel me? My hand started that right in the hand. Yeah. So I said, okay, bet. Shoot, went to the highs. I ain't gonna lie, I got all the, you know, beats I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling up Nori, what beat? Pulling up some Jay-Z beats, some for real type beat, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that I was, you know, I knew I was going to. I just knew I wanted to come out with something that showed my pen skills. And I knew in order to do that, I was going to have to come with a different backdrop than what everybody else would come with. Yeah. So I wasn't picking the same beats as everybody. I was picking East Coast beats and then these, you know, some of the Southern beats that may not have been popular. You know, I liked the B-side beats. And they ain't gonna lie, you know, T. Ferris would get on me all the time. Like, man, Maggie, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you pick this? You know what I'm saying? Story of a lyricist life. Yeah. Boy. Nobody likes our beats. They don't like our beats, man. Yeah. I'm like, man, that's dope, man. But come on, man. You know, I'm like, everybody rapping on that. That beat suck. Yeah. So what about now to bring it up to the modern time? Yeah. You still sharp, you still doing the thing, you still acting. What you working on right now? Yeah, man, I just recently dropped pop trunk music, you know what I'm saying? I'm been one of the people that feel like, you know what I'm saying, hey man, this H-time, we need to keep our H-time sound, you know what I'm saying? You know, keep our culture going or whatever. So, you know what I mean? I came out with pop trunk music. I'm actually working on pop trunk music too. So, but you know, I'm pushing them together, man. And this is all under your umbrella. All under my Wildlife Records. Wildlife Records, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy 12 G's out of San Antonio, man. That's my producer there, man. That boy Cole on beats, man. And you know, he produced the whole project, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to come out with something that was I like to call it, you know, commute music. You know, something you could jam on the way to the work high. Yeah. You feel me? Pop this on the way to the work high, you know what I'm saying? Hey, before you even get there, man, you start replaying it, you feel me? Because a lot of times people are, you know, that's when people really like to check out music. Again, I always felt like if you have an album that's long sometime, people get to their destination, and then when they get back in, they pop it out. You come in with they're in a different mood. You know, they're in a different mood. So it's just Fantasia, man. Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know, with that shoe, you know, you and your girl got in an argument now. You want to listen to Jay Holiday or something. From Usher or something. Yeah. So, yeah, so that's why I like to have music that's, you know, because people got a shorter attention span. You know what I'm saying? Maybe give you that quick lunchable. You know, for your ill, you know what I'm saying? That ill lunchable. Yeah, something you can, you know, with the little red stick and down the crackers and the cheese. Fam, you get that, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm doing that. You know, the first one I did was on the 7 tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'm a backdoor this one. Probably maybe 8, 9, or 10. I'm thinking maybe a side of 10 just go around. But I'm trying to do my albums 10 and under, you know what I'm saying? The way people that, you know, got to, and I'm, you know, kind of doing it with the two 2 verses.
My
Go on
second
3
question.
Man, you done came to the dark side, man.
My second
I done came to the dark side, bro.
My second question, I was
I'm trying to hold it, man. My boy doing a 2 minute and 12 second song now, man.
Yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I still give you a 3 verse for 8. It's just that I like the, just how I can mix it up. One thing about me, they can go look at, the first collection plate, man. I always broke the rule. I give you on that project, 3 verses, 2 verses, one long 40-bar verse, a long 24 or 28, 32. You feel me?
The only rule is it ain't no rule.
Exactly. So that's how I like to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I call the Magno style, that it ain't no rules. I get on Sesame Street. Sesame Street. I rapped on Son of the Hedgehog. I rapped on Inspector Gadget beat. I don't care. If it's dope, I'm going to jump on it. I pride myself. I feel like to rap to anything. You know what I'm saying? I rap to some Zydeco. I ain't tripping.
I know you can.
So I just, and I'm gonna be honest, man, a lot of that comes from just seeing the older artists like yourself, Phil Wardboards, Street Military. I still see a lot of those members, they still active and doing things. You know what I mean? When I see these elders, just the whole SPC, all of y'all, you know what I'm saying? My boy Big Blank, you know what I'm saying? Blank, that's somebody I would run into all the time on the road. Like all the time I would run into him in the trenches.
Yeah.
You just look around and
he's somewhere in them right now. Yeah.
He'll pop out of nowhere and be like, man, big homie. And it's like, man, we see them OGs that been doing it 10 years for you, 10, 15 years for you, and they still going strong. And you want to see the bitch? Well, nah, nah, not me. Not me. You feel me? Not me. You won't hear me all over. Hey man, I'm finna get to work. Like a lot of people, and that Kiki and the Youngster, I much love the both of them. I respect them and I respect how they handle it, it's men. But the one thing that I love, I took from that was, Key said one thing, just saying, in general, he just saying, man, look, hey man, boy, seeing this and seeing that, man, if you trying to feed me, I'll work me. I was like, whoa. That day, I went to be a cheap song. I went out 2 songs. I went to get 2 songs.
And you know why you in there 2 songs? Because you have people who just hear the exact same thing come out of somebody else involved, and their perspective on it totally different. So you didn't take that as a disrespect.
No,
everybody.
No,
you took it as a motivation. Like
everything.
Man, that's game. You just gave me some game.
Gave me some game.
Somebody else would look at that and take it like, oh, you trying to talk like he. No. You pulled it. You pulled the value out of it.
Yeah, that's one thing about me, man. I try to look at the good in any and everybody or any and everything. Well, you know what I'm saying? I just try to take the good out of stuff. It's easy to point the bad out of something, but I try to look for the good. I try to be optimistic, you know what I'm saying? And when he said that, it just struck something in me like, nah, he right. He right. I'll work me in. Fuck all that talk and this, that, and third. I'll work me. And I was like, ooh, I got, man, my pen got home. My pen got home when he said that.
Well, you a legend in this city, and so many people, even though it might not be the amount of people that you may want to recognize and acknowledge your greatness, it's a lot of them out there that do. And I'm sure you run into a lot of them.
Thank you.
And the other greats that are in the game and out the city, they know. Yeah. But I'm sure they done told you, I'm sure they done let you know how they view your skills, so your humility kind of puts you in the mindset sometimes. But like, he ain't saying it for a reason. So, bro, you keep doing what you're doing, man. Any social media, let them know what you got coming.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, I be on that Twitter sometime, you know what I'm saying? Twitter at Magno page. Check me out on that on the Instagram. That's the one I kind of be on more than anything. That Instagram, Magno _ you heard. You feel me? So holler at me on that, man. I be on what's that TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Magno old school say, yeah, I be on that one, man.
I'm gonna say Tic Tac like
Tic Tac the otherway.com. Y'all can hear all my music.
yeah, man. With the other one.
But you know, another thing too, y'all go back and listen to this man's work.
Yeah.
Because one thing we like to do as a rap audience, we complain. Man, ain't no indie, ain't no dope rappers, ain't no bro. No, man, they been here, bro. So go back and feed yourself. Go back and get that knife from. You can hear his brother and be like, oh, please. That's what everybody be talking. So
You got any music on YouTube?
Man, all of it's on there, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all my mixtapes from back in the game, Collection Plate, New Print 1.7, City Boys, Good Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, Collection Plate Part 2, the album, the Grind Forever Volume 2. Hey, man, they all out there, man.
What's your YouTube channel?
YouTube channel is Magno, you heard, Swishahouse, yeah. Yeah, so you pull me up on there all day, man. Check you out.
And last thing too, some of those tracks that we talk about that just 10, 15, I promise you, man, if somehow you were able to read how long it had been uploaded, you would think it brand new.
Man.
He was ahead of his time. He was ahead of the guy that
yeah, especially from somebody that, man, is a homie.
I recognize.
And this is somebody who's been, I'm talking about, open the doors up for the lyricist, man. So I'm just trying to, you know, keep it going.
That's why we got to keep you like, it ain't too many of us, bro.
Right.
We the minority. We were out there about fighting 10,000 soldiers with 20 of us, man.
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying? But we got the magic sword, though. That's what y'all don't
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, and that's somebody, hey, man, I was just telling somebody, man, hey, what you did on that rap economics.
Oh, man. Let's see. Shout out to Fred. Oh, look.
I was like, man, hey, man, people don't even want to go on now, man. We ain't finna come on like that. They don't even come on.
I do it for us.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey, yes, sir. Hey,
so when they forget, like you said it earlier, the microphone is our opportunity to flex. And then once it's over with, I'm gonna slide back into the cave.
290
slide down.
Hey, man.
But we all feed each other.
I love that,
man. This is greatness in legacy. We got another one in legacy. The homie Magno, man. Appreciate you for coming through, man, and being the brother that you are. It's your big brother, K Reno.
And this your boy, Key Stale.
Underground Dialogue Podcast.
We got the artist, motherfucker. So,
Oh, man, you know,
It's your big brother K Reno. Look, man, the Underground Dialogue website is back in function. We back in motion, man. If y'all want Underground Dialogue Podcast merch, whatever you need, go to undergrounddialogue.com and check us out. And always make sure that every Wednesday night, y'all are checking out the Underground Dialogue Podcast right on YouTube, 9 p.m. Central Time. Yeah! What's up, man? It's your big brother, K Reno. And check this out, man. The Underground Dialogue Podcast is offering advertising opportunities, man. You can promote your business. You can promote your video, your song, whatever it is that you have, man. Reach out to us if you're interested in promoting on the Underground Dialogue Podcast. All you got to do is email us at undergrounddialoguepodcast@gmail.com. Get it. What up, man? It's your big brother, K Reno. I'm proud to announce that I'm a new brand ambassador to this new brand of clothing and shoes called Volas. Y'all make sure that y'all support this. It's already available. Houston-based company, straight out the A's. Look at the quality of the packaging itself. We ain't even got to the shoes yet, man. And this is just one pair of shoes, one design. They got all kinds of dope designs of shoes that you guys can choose from. Go to volas.biz and find your order, find what you want. Wide selection to choose from, male and female items, and I'm proud to be a part of it, man. Community workers, versatile products, Volas, manufactured in Italy. Look at the quality of this box, man. Y'all don't know what it is, man. Catch y'all later on.